What's up, how is it going, everybody? Today's video we are going to be creating a 50 uh, anniversary flyer in CorelDraw 2020. Without further ado, let's step into it. So right now, go over to this place and change it to A5. So it's going to be landscape. Hit on this orientation landscape. Then you go over to this place, double click, automatically snap into page. So right now here is the picture that we're going to be making use of. Let's go over to Photoshop to map over things. So what we're going to do is to go over to image, then you go over to image rotation, make it 90. So let's go over to what's it called, adjust. Then you locate levels, make it a little bit darker. So right now let's go over and change the color. Go over to image, then you locate adjust, then you locate hue and saturation. So you're gonna drag just like so. So we're gonna be, so let's leave it as this color, blue. It's okay. So right now what we're gonna do is to go over and save as. So let's make it JPEG. Good. Let's try and trim some part of this off. Then let's go over and save as. It's okay. So right now let's go over to CorelDraw. So now let's import the background. Here's the background, then you Powerclip into place. So right now go over to object, locate Powerclip, place inside frames, select the frame. It's now right inside that frame, then you adjust, put Ctrl key on keyboard. So right now what we're gonna do is to go over and just bring in the text, which is the name of the church, change that to white. So right now what we're gonna do, we're going to just let's just mirror the image horizontally just like so. Then let's go over and create circle right here. So make it white. So in this case what we're gonna do is that we are going to bring in this logo, put it right here into the circle, center it within the circle, reduce that a little bit, then position it right here. So our next step right now is to bring in this celebration. So what we are going to do is to change it to white, then we go over to right click. So what we are going to be doing right now is to sample this color. Use your color eyedropper tool, click on that, sample this color right here, then you paste on this. Good, can you see that? So right now what you're gonna be doing is to go over and just make that hello Paris font. You can decide to use any font. So as part of this project we are using hello Paris. So let's go over and type 50 anniversary. So right now go over to Futurati, go over to Futurati and change it to Futurati. Hit Ctrl K on keyboard, then make this a little bit bigger. So what we're gonna do right now is to go over and bolding it all up. So right now let's go over to hit Ctrl K on keyboard, then you delete this. Then let's create the perfect circle for that, just like so. So what we're gonna do is to change it to this color. So let's copy inward a little bit. When you get to your destination, you right click, then Can you see that? So combine two, so that resulted to this. So what we're going to do now, let's change it to white. Let's first apply gradient effect to this object. Go back to interactive fill tool, then you drag on the circle. So right now what we're going to do is to double click right here to add another double click, then you double click right here. So right now what we're going to do is to change this to, you know, grace black, then you change this to black as well. So right now let's double click right here, so let's change this to white. So right now what we're going to do is to just, you know, make this upper one gradient effect. Good. So right now what we're going to do is to right click on this white, then let's go over and put it that up, hit on F12, then let's change that to 3. Check by fill, then you check on square width object, it's okay. So right now make a copy to the other one, which is a 5. Can you see the outcome of that? So right now what you're gonna do right now is to go over, let's add some color to that. Likewise this as well. So what you're gonna do is to select the two together, then you go over to your shadow tool, then let's create a shadow on that, just like so. Good. So before we do that, so what we're gonna do now, and appear the shadow, so let's go over and just, you know, make a copy downward, group this. Then what you're gonna do right now is to go over and just hit F12. So let's make the outline 8 points. That's not good. Let's make it, you know, 14. It's okay. So let's make it quick scale. Center it within the 2, within the 50. Then you hit Ctrl P down your keyboard to take that, you know, previous, you know, 50 that I copied to the back of the other one. So right now what you needed to do is to just select the down one, go over to ungroup all of that, then you wet it all up, then you go over to this place. So what you're gonna do is to bring it all out, then go over to object, locate, you know, convert outline to object. Automatically it's converted, then you wet it all up. So right drag this to the top of that, on top of that, then you release, submenu pops up, then you select copy of properties. So right now what we're going to do is to center this within the 2, then you go over to select your, what's it called, interactive fill tool. So right now let's adjust it a little bit, then you go over to this place, then you right click to appear the outline of that. So what you're going to do next is to go over to ungroup this, then you go over and select your drop shadow, your shadow tool rather, then you apply shadow on the top one. Good. So let's go over and just change that to 90. Can you see that? Go over to object, locate, you know, break 4 objects selected apart, automatically breaks, then you group it all up just like so. So right now what you are going to do is to make a copy of this, then you go over and change all of this to that color, just like so. Ungroup all of that. Let's delete the shadow. So right now what you're going to do is to group it all up, then you go over and center it within the 50. So what you're going to do right now is to go over and bitmap that. Good. Then you go over to your, what's it called, transparency tool, hit on uniform transparency, then you go over and select, subtract right here. Good. Can you see the outcome of that? So what you are going to do now is to tap yellow into that. So right now let's select the whole thing, then you make a copy to the other side, then you go over and bitmap this. Let me show you how to do that. Go over to this list, convert to bitmap, then you go over to make it RGB. It's okay. Can you see the outcome of that? So what you're going to do right now is to go over to effects, adjust, then you click on tone curve. So right now let's adjust that to have an effect to that. Good. So I think that's okay. It's okay. So right now what you're gonna do next is to go over and create, what's it called? Let's go on and change this a little bit. So what you're gonna do is to go over and hit on tone, then you go over to this list, go to edit, click on edit, then you use your, what's it called, eyedropper to sample this color, hit OK, then you hit OK. Good. Make a copy of that, center it within, make a copy again, center it within that. Good. Group it all up. So right now our next step right now is to go over and create some kind of what's it called, ribbon around this. So what you're gonna do is to go over at your brazier tool, then you go over and create some kind of ribbon, just like so. Then you change that to white. So it's on F12, then let's change it to 4. So right now what you're going to do is to go over and go over to object, then you locate convert outline to object, automatically changes. Then let's change the color to blue. So right now what you're going to do right now is to just try and apply a gradient, apply a shadow effect to that. Good. Go back to object, then you locate break, drop shadow and path, automatically place, then you group it all up, reduce that a bit, then make a copy to the other side. So right now what you're going to do right now is to set this bind, then adjust that a little bit. This is not good. Delete that. So what we are going to do is to just change this to white. Then let's change this to Edward. to case, so make it a little bit bigger. Then let's change it to a headword font. It's okay. Good. Or better still, let's change this to headword. Then go over and change this to what's it called, hello Paris. Then you make it a little bit smaller. Good. So right now our next step is to bring in all of this, change it to white. So let's go over and arrange the states. Group that. So let's go over and just make this the dates blue. Then you go over and make this blue as well. Then you make this blue. Good. So let's go over and center it within each other. Then you go over and use your shape tool, increase the tracking just like so. Then you go over and just increase the tracking just like so, make it a little bit bigger. Then you bring in this, don't miss. Good. So center it within each other. Good. So here we come to the end of the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the button below to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification button in case I have something coming up next, so that you'll be prompted that something has been dropped in my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification button, to hit the like button, so that other people can benefit from what we are sharing right now. See you in the next video. Bye for now.